There. Well, if you're a South African movie fanatic, then mark the 26th of August on your calendar. This is the day a local crime drama, Dora's Piece, is due to be released in cinemas across the country. The picture tells a story of a Hillbrow prostitute, I think you can call him a sex worker, Dora, who assumes the responsibility of shielding a young boy from the brutal life of crime in the city. Both themes such as prostitution, abuse and crime are highlighted throughout the film. While the cast includes Khabonina Qubeka, Hlubi Mboya and Ronni Nyakale, to mention just a few. Well, one character in the film that you can't help but notice is the 12-year-old Paballo Khoza, who plays the role of Peace. Well, director Kosta Kalarytis is here to tell us more, as well as Hlubi Mboya-Arnold joins us now to tell us more about Dora's Piece. Ladies, gentlemen, good morning.
Good morning.
All right, I spoke a little bit about the film in the intro, but in your own words, what is Dora's Piece about, briefly?
Well, Dora's Piece is about, it really is the relationship between Khabonina Qubeka, who plays the prostitute, and this young kid who she's all of a sudden faced to look after, and she's been leading a selfish life all her life, and now she's got to take a stand and make a decision if she's going to protect this kid and look after him, or she's going to give him up to the gangsters and carry on living her life of selfishness. And the story revolves around the character of Connie, which is played by the dynamic Hlubi Mboya. And yeah, she's a drug addict, and it's a dynamic role. Even though she gets killed off, it's in the trailer, so I'm not letting anything out. But
Spoiler alert!
It's brilliant. But she's great. She's brilliant, and she does so much of the stunts herself. Yeah. And she plays the mom, the drug addict, and the villains, the drug dealers, kind of bump her off, they kill her, and now her son, which is Paballo Khoza, Peace, goes to Khabonina for support, and Khabonina has to now make the decision of, you know, looking after this kid or giving him up, and the dynamic is there between these two characters, you know.
I'm getting goosebumps just listening to it, and I've seen it, I was in it, and I'm still getting goosebumps. Yes, good morning.
Let's talk about Connie. Who's Connie? What is Connie's strongest trait?
You know, in presence of Women's Month, I think we're all messy characters, and we're all human beings, and we all have our faults, and we're not perfect. But obviously, and always, and I love to play the kind of roles where there are consequences and accountability for everything that you do in life. So she's the kind of woman who's a hustler. It's the gritty, grimy streets of Hillbrow, and she does what she has to for her to survive and for her kid to survive. Obviously making bad choices, obviously messing around with the wrong people leads her to her death. But I find, it being Women's Month, the connection between Connie and Dora, and that at the end of the day, it's about a sisterhood, even in those conditions. And at the end of the day, it's about picking up where another woman has left off, whether you want to or not. It's just a duty and a sisterhood and kind of a connection that we as women have to have and want to have, just because a young boy can have a future for himself. And for me as an actress and as a performer, I love to play things far removed from Hlubi Mboya. I want people to see me play a different side of me. I want to be able to tackle a role with fresh eyes and fresh energy. And as my director said, I have to do all the stunts myself. I'm not fit for nothing.
What stunt are these? What stunts
You have to see the film, woman.
The stuntmen were bored, let's put it this way. She was like, get out the way, throw me against the wall, you know.
I want this.
And she was bleeding for real. We were worried. We're like, look, relax now, you know.
Stop now,
you know. The insurance is not going to pay out, you know. So, yeah.
Let's talk about your cast. Khabonina, we've touched on Paballo as well. How did you get this cast together?
Well, casting is very important for me, because if you cast well, then it's like 80% of your job is done, really, you know. And we did such a great job on this, you know, if I should say so myself. And we got other cast as well. There's like Danny Keo, who plays a Greek character, which is kind of sort of my culture as well. I come from a Greek culture as well. And that's why this movie is also unique, is because there's a lot of this Greek elements that I've put into the movie. What do I want to say about the characters? And they gel together, and I mean, Paballo Khoza is just a brilliant. I used to call him One Take Charlie, because he's like, this guy's professional. He doesn't need, you know. You get warned about don't work with kids. This guy was like brilliant. He was just, you know, I was just so blessed to have him, you know.
Very mature, like wiser beyond his years. calm on set, really listening to directions from the director, really wanting to engage with the actresses, enjoying that both of us were all over him as a young boy, you know, but really intuitive and smart and deep and dynamic. Really, he's one to watch.
Yeah.
He's one to watch.
All right, guys, thank you so much. Thank you. Oh, live television. Time just flies, eh? Director Kosta Kalarytis, as well as Hlubi Mboya. Dora's piece, 26th of August. I can't wait. I've been seeing the posters. I haven't seen the trailer yet because I'm not one to watch trailers. I want to see the entire thing. You know, don't want to spoil it. All right, let's take a quick ad break. We'll talk all things Rio after this. Stay with us.